Good evening. Queensland politicians have been left stunned by sweeping electoral changes that leave the door wide open for a chaotic and unpredictable election later this year. High-profile MPs are now being forced to consider switching seats if they want to stay in a job. Tegan George reports.
The biggest electoral boundary shake-up since Fitzgerald, stirred by a broken embargo.
I don't think any commissioner has ever been put in this position before.
A Mount Isa newspaper now facing a legal lesson after leaking the confidential maps a day early.
I'm really furious about it, and well, we'll see what we can do about it. It's unprecedented.
In sweeping changes to the state's electoral map, every seat has been tweaked, 19 renamed, and the result, almost 1 in 3 Queenslanders will be in a different electorate.
It's fair, ferocious and confusing. It's fair because I think it's upset all sides equally.
The 4 additional seats are Bonnie on the Gold Coast, Jordan in Springfield, Ninderry on the Sunshine Coast and Bancroft around North Lakes. The new names based on prominent landmarks and people.
We didn't think about the Bee Gees, I must say, because that's my old stamping ground.
The changes threaten to end prominent careers, with Indooroopilly and Mount Cootha scrapped. The LNP's Treasury spokesman Scott Emerson will be pitted against Environment Minister Stephen Miles in the newly named seat of Maiwar.
Regardless of what these maps mean for me, I'll be running at the next state election.
Obviously I'm in it to try to win it, but I'm not taking anything for granted.
The changes could give One Nation a better chance in the far north and areas between Brisbane and the Sunshine Coast.
I'm very reasonably happy.
Katter MP Shane Knuth says the Bush will lose out. His seat of Dalrymple will disappear and he's ruling out running against Robbie Katter in the newly expanded Mount Isa seat to be called Traeger. If the Premier keeps her word to fight the election on the new boundaries, the earliest Queensland can go to the polls is October. But then Anastasia Palaszczuk has been in two minds about it this week.
I can't say that for sure. Those boundaries haven't even come out yet. It is my clear intention that we will fight the next election on those new boundaries.
The one thing we need to focus on is Queenslanders, not ourselves.
The argy-bargy now begins internally too over who will run in which seat. Buyer's remorse has no doubt already set in. Tegan George, 10 Eyewitness News.